Okay, so first of all, I have been working on like redoing this room and stuff, so things are like a bit of a mess behind me. I've been like moving furniture and like doing crazy things, so I haven't really gotten to like organizing and cleaning it yet, and there's so much more I want to do, so you're just gonna have to bear with me while things are a mess in here. And the next thing is I was going through my YouTube channel and I just really thought that I had made a video before on kind of like my go-to kind of glam look, and I just couldn't find a video that I did, so I don't really know if I just like thought about it, never did it. I don't really know what happened. So basically, like, I enjoy doing my makeup, right? Like I have a lot of fun sitting at my desk, like taking my time, playing with different things, trying new looks, stuff like that. But when I'm actually getting ready to go somewhere, I don't really want to do that. Like, I don't really want to spend 2 hours like thinking about it, doing all that kind of stuff. So I have pretty much already like a look that I have in my mind that I do every time I want to look more glam, but I just kind of like don't want to take the time and I just want to get ready. So I'm gonna show that to you guys today, and I'm just gonna basically do a full get ready with me because why not? I'm going to dinner for my friend's birthday tonight, so makeup's gonna be most of it, but I'll just like show you guys how I kind of fix up my hair and what outfit I pick, because I figured, you know, if we're here anyways, we might as well. There's a giant cat on my desk. You're in my way, buddy. Okay, so I'm not like an eye primer person. I think maybe eye primer can be a little bit more beneficial when you have really oily eyelids or something like that, but I don't. I have dry skin, so I just use my concealer, and I'm gonna use the Born This Way concealer, and I have it in the shade Porcelain, which is really light, but I kind of like it because I feel like it's a good base for eyeshadow. If you are new here, by the way, if this is the first time you're seeing my face, hi, I'm Morgan, and I am an esthetician, and I've been a makeup artist professionally for 7 years, so I like makeup. And I do have my eyebrows microbladed. I did a video all about my microblading process. It's been like, I think it's been like 3 years now since I got the initial one, and I just got a touch up. So they're really fresh right now, and I'm basically, and I have to like, I don't really know what it is. I'm pretty sure she just gave me like Aquaphor or like whatever I need to put on it for it to heal. So I have to like have that on my brows still. So with my makeup right now, I'm just gonna be really careful about not getting any on my brows. I only have to do it for a couple more days, but and I will have a video about like my touch-up process and stuff like that because I never ended up doing one. So I'm just gonna take like a random face powder. This is just the Hourglass one, and set down my lids. Definitely don't always do my eyes first, but when I do this look, I like to just to kind of be a little security blanket for any fallout, because I obviously want my face to look good if I'm gonna do all this work to do all this stuff, you know. So, and it's nice because I'm gonna kind of do like a little bit of a winged look, and so it makes it just so much easier because I don't have to try that hard to make it perfect. I can just clean it up after. Okay, so hopping into eyeshadow, something that's really important for me is like when I make makeup videos, I just want you to feel as the viewer that you don't have to use the exact palette or eyeshadows that I'm using to get this look, especially because I am going to be using neutral shades. If you already have a neutral palette, like, you can totally do this with any neutral shades that you have. I am going to be using the Tati Beauty palette. This palette is so dirty, but that's just what happens with these like matte black palettes. I really love this palette. I'm like pretty sure that Tati's canceled. I don't really keep up with stuff like that, so I don't really know why or what or anything like that, but I already, you know, had this palette from as soon as it came out, so I really like it just because it has, like, if I could have created a palette, I would have literally done this, where it's like you have this whole row of mattes and then you just have the same colors and different finishes. I think it's absolutely genius, and I just feel like this palette has literally everything. This is like the only row I never use because I don't really do color, but I use pretty much everything else over here. So I'm gonna also, even though I already set down with powder, I'm gonna set down with this matte bone shade everywhere. I always do this. I think setting it down with like this bone kind of shade just helps it set down even more, and the more set down the concealer is on your eyelids, the easier your shadows are gonna blend out underneath it. So we're gonna start with a transition shade. I'm going to be using this one. Obviously, again, use whatever you want. I'm gonna try not to keep saying that because I will keep saying that. And my brushes are pretty dirty right now, so no judgment. So when I do this look, like most of the time when I do my eyeshadow, I kind of just like throw the transition shade like everywhere. But when I do this look, I kind of almost like to look at my mirror straight, and I will kind of be a little bit more precise with bringing my shadow like up and around a little bit more, like up and around my crease versus just going directly into it. I feel like it gives the eye like a little bit more of like a bigger look to have my crease like up here a little bit more versus in like the actual fold of my eye, if that makes sense. I'm not really sure if it does, but you can see how I have it like up a bit higher. So, and I always will like do kind of like a V shape because I just like the way it looks. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a brush that's a little bit smaller. So the only problem I have with this palette is there's not really a shade like in between these two shades for like a matte brown. So what I will kind of do is just like mix them together a little bit. Because this brush is just a little bit smaller, I can just be a little bit more precise with it. Sorry that like I feel like I look so gray. It's so gloomy outside. It's disgusting. So maybe like now with this shade, you can see a little bit more what I mean about like keeping it up a little bit higher. And whenever I'm doing eyeshadow, I always keep that original like fluffier brush with the transition shade on it to blend out the edges. So now I'm going to take this little, it's like kind of, I love this brush because it's small, but it's still fluffy. So it's small and precise, but you can still blend really easily from it. With it. This is from the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collection, but I know Morphe has like a couple different brushes that are kind of like this, and I'm just gonna take only the dark brown one now because this brush is really tiny, and I'm going to like really start to just keep it on this outer corner, kind of in like a winged shape from my lash line and then kind of like up into the crease a little bit, to start to make that more winged look. I think this is definitely like a look that it doesn't look really good till the end. So if you're kind of like not loving it right now, just be patient. Because to me, like this looks a little bit sloppy, but I also like, it's been so long since I've like actually done a good makeup look. When was the last time I really did my makeup? Probably like New Year's Eve, and it's May now, so that tells you that. Okay, perfect. My cat is sniffing my lens right now, so if you hear little sniffles or see the camera shake, I don't know what he's doing. What are you doing, buddy? He's nosy. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do next is go in with a liquid eyeliner. And what I do with my eyeliner, I wish it wasn't so gloomy. Oh my gosh, I look gray in the viewfinder right now. I promise, like I have fake tan on in real life. So I just do, oh sorry, it's focusing on my hand. Okay, I can't, it's hard to do this good filming. Okay, I just literally do a straight line across my lid like that, and that's all I do with my liquid liner. I literally never do a wing with eyeliner anymore. I'm going to show you what I do, and honestly I think I might make like a dedicated video literally only to eyeliner, because today it's a little bit different because we have the whole eyeshadow look going on. So that's all I do with my eyeliner, and then I will take the black, any black obviously. Actually, most of the time I don't even like use this palette. I use like a black single shadow that I have, but it literally doesn't make a difference. So I'm gonna try to move my mirror as close to me as possible without getting in the camera. I just take any angled eyeshadow brush with a little bit of black, and I kind of like lay it down right here first, so it's not just like a huge smudge. If you like press it down in a safe spot first, you'll get most of that eyeshadow off of the brush, and then I will bring out my little line for the wing and then bring it back down towards my eyeliner. being that this look is going to be a little bit more glam, I'm going to bring it out just a little bit more. So you can see there's like barely any eyeshadow left on this brush, but we're just kind of like starting here, just building like that bottom line of the wing. Then what I do is I go back in with that same brush and I will take the dark brown and I literally, okay, get that dark brown, and then I just do a little bit of black and kind of like mix them together. And I will kind of start my brush where the black is and like flick it up. This kind of takes like slow building and really going back and forth with brushes and colors. So if it takes you a minute to do this, like don't be discouraged. Like this video is edited. I'm not actually like doing it this fast, you know? Going back in with my other brushes to blend out the edges because I don't want to see any edges of like black, you know, except for right there. I want it to look like I have a solid eyeliner and then it goes up to a wing, but my wing basically just like fades into my eyeshadow. So it's like solid, 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 and then fades this way. Does that make sense? I just think it's really cool. I feel like it's a cool, cool, cool look. I'm just trying to look cool. Something else that makes it easier too is taking like a pencil brush. Try to get that to focus. You can see like how it goes to like that point right there. And I don't really ever take like the straight black eyeshadow except for to like do the initial wing. So everything from now on is pretty much mixing it with the brown to get it to kind of be an easier blend. Because if I took just straight black, it'd be too hard to get it to blend in with the brown eyeshadow. Something like I do a lot is I just really take my nail and try to like sharpen up the edge a little bit. It almost like drags out the shadow, like you can see right there, and it makes the wing like look pointier, like at the tip of the wing, even though it's like super subtle because it's mostly blended into the eyeshadow look. But okay, so I've just continued to go. I have all these brushes in my hand just going through, and I have another one here. All these brushes going back and forth, just trying to get the everything blended, adding a little bit of this, adding a little bit of that, just till I get the look that I want. I'm gonna take kind of like this concealer brush, but I'm gonna go back in with that matte bone kind of shade just to like clean up my lid a little bit, just like right here where I have like the shadow blended a little bit. Just kind of like add some light back to my lid a little bit, and like again a little bit higher. I'm not like going for a cut crease obviously, but just adding that like, you know, just a little bit up higher so it has like a little bit more of a, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Hopefully you understand. Okay, so for adding, I'm just gonna add a little bit of sparkle to my lid. So in this palette, they have mattes. These ones are called sequins, metallics, and glitter, okay? So the metallics are like, obviously your true metallic. The sequins are really interesting because they are like a matte base, but they have a sparkle throughout. So they add just like this really interesting, subtle, not like shimmer, but they just like add a little bit to your lid. So I like to take this sequin in this lighter one, and I just actually take it on my finger, and I will just kind of like press it on my lid. Like, see that? And I'll kind of like bring it up a little bit because I think it kind of looks cool when you see how just like so subtle. So I kind of almost really like this look. I don't know, to me, a metallic eyeshadow on the lid is a little bit like expected. And so I just feel like this adds like a really cool element to the look. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a makeup wipe and just kind of go around, just honestly like the tiniest amount like on my nail, because I don't want to like, I don't like going really hard with a makeup wipe because I feel like it wipes off my moisturizer and then like my skin's all dry underneath. So I just kind of take it like really slightly just to clean up anything I see on my face. I just wish the lighting was better. Okay, so I'm not gonna touch on my face too much because, to be honest, like, regardless of the level of glam, like, I barely mix up my face routine. And I actually recently posted, what did I call it? I think just like my current go-to makeup look, where I kind of went through the face stuff a little bit more. I'm gonna use a couple different products today, which I'll share when I get there, but start with the Sephora Best Skin Ever, which I shared for the first time on my channel in that video. I am just obsessed with this foundation. It has definitely become my favorite. And I'm using the shade 33N. I actually got a lighter one so I could use it when I'm a little bit more pale, but I do have a fresh coat of self tanner on. It's like super hard to tell because everything just looks gray because there's no sun, and I hate it, hate it. I just like always use natural light to film now pretty much. Okay, my doorbell just rang. I get so nervous when my doorbell rings. It was literally just a package. It's like the only thing, I feel like every time anything comes from DHL, I literally went online. I think this was coming from like the UK, and so it's like whenever I order something internationally that comes from DHL, that smells like cigarettes. I had to go online to say like, don't need a signature, it's fine, but the guy still like freaking waited for me. I got a package, I got a sweatshirt from SLA The Label, which is Sarah Ashcroft, I think her name is. Of course, I'm not gonna like wait to open this, come on. First of all, it's like the most amazing nude color, and on the back it's all like angel numbers, which first of all, I think that sweatshirts that like have stuff on the back like really big, like it just has this little thing in the front. I got this in a large, which I like oversized stuff, and then on the back I just think it looks really cool to have all this stuff on the back. And I love it. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to wear it. Back to the regular scheduled programming. This foundation is like the perfect medium coverage. So if you want to like sheer it out and wear it really natural for like every day, then I can go in and spot conceal in the places that I want to, and I'm not like bombarded with full coverage everywhere. So a newer product to me is the Kosas concealer. I call it the Revealer. This concealer is so good. It's become like my new favorite. It feels really like thick and creamy and hydrating, so the first time I used it I was like, oh gosh, this is gonna crease like a bitch, but it doesn't crease like at all. And even I got like my mom hooked on it too now. So the only like downfall of this concealer is that it is more, it's not like full coverage. So on the days that I do want more full coverage, actually before I do that, we'll pump the brakes, Morgan. I'm gonna spot conceal my dark spot here with the Born This Way. I still use this to do my spot concealing. I still love this concealer. It's just like a lot more full coverage. And again, I've been kind of doing my concealer like the same idea as what I just said with my foundation, like medium coverage everywhere, and then I will go back and do fuller coverage in more like concentrated areas and like a little bit of highlighting. So I take my Born This Way in porcelain, and I will take a tiny little concealer brush, and I'll actually pick up my concealer on the brush and just hit it like right there. For me, honestly, I'm mostly just like sunken in right there. As you can see, I have like those lines that literally like go down here, but I can't really like do anything about that. And actually sometimes I even take this teeny tiny concealer. This one's from Real Techniques. I don't even keep up with Real Techniques anymore to like know what they have. I don't know if they still have this brush, but this is the Deluxe Crease brush, if they still have it. And I like to hit like the outer corners right there really so subtly, just to get that extra brightness, because I just feel like it lifts a lot more. And I'll go back in with my sponge just to make sure I'm not getting, so then I actually do the same thing with the little brush and the concealer, and I just been doing like the tiniest bit of highlighting on my nose. And I feel like with the nose, if you're not like super precise, then it doesn't look good. So I actually just do a little bit with the brush, and then I like let it sit and kind of set there, and then like the rest of the center of my face, I'll just do dots. A new product that I've been literally obsessed with is also from Kosas, which is why I ended up picking up the concealer. I was picking up this powder because Whitney Simmons was talking about it. You know, she was basically just talking about how it's like, it's still a powder, but it's a lot better for dry skin, and it really is. It just has this like nice way of setting your makeup without making you look really dry or anything. So this has been like my new favorite. Before I go in and finish the rest of my makeup, I'm just gonna put a tiny amount of eyeshadow underneath my eyes. But I do like it to just look like my lower lash line is connected to my upper lid. I don't know. Okay, so I am gonna put on a little bit of mascara before my lashes. This one is just, oh, just got it on my lid. This one is just the Maybelline, what is this called? Total Temptation. I don't care about mascara because I literally never wear makeup with just mascara. Either I will wear absolutely no eye makeup or I put on lashes. And obviously today I'm going to be putting on lashes, so I just put on mascara to make my lashes black. Little tiny bit on my lower lashes. I don't like my lower lashes to look really long. So today I am using lashes that I've already used before, but these are, I have a box I think I can show you. These are the lashes I'm going to be using. These are the Ardell 3D Foam Ink in the number 858. These are my favorite lashes. So I always like have a pair that I'm wearing, and I always have backups. So just popping these on. If you want an in-depth lash tutorial, I do have one on my channel. Honestly, I probably could make a new one because it's so old. I swear every time I talk to somebody about false lashes, they're like, oh, I wish I could put them on myself, but it's just so hard. Like, people think that I just think it's so easy because I do it all the time. I mean, I do think it's easy now, but I've been doing makeup professionally for 7 years. Like, I've been putting lashes on myself for a really long time, all the time. So it is easy for me now, but it's not always, you know, and it wasn't. There had been times where I put lashes on myself for years and I would still struggle. I mean, there are times even now that like sometimes the lashes just don't cooperate. So my biggest advice is just practice. So I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Tan Tour. This is in the shade Light, and I also talked about this in my last video, like my go-to makeups. I just like it because it blends out super easy, and even though it's a cream, it's not like super dewy or anything, so I think it still gives like a good shape to the face. I just take whatever is left and put it on my nose here. I will do like a little bit here, and I'll always just go back in with my beauty blender right underneath it, or this is from e.l.f. It's not actually beauty blender, but my sponge, and go back under and kind of just like clean it up. So in my last video I talked about a cream blush from Urban Decay, and since then I have started using this one from e.l.f. It's in the shade Bronzed Cherry, and I really like it. I like the one from Urban Decay for a little bit more of an everyday look because it's kind of like super dewy, and it just like adds that really fresh like I just woke up and like I look like a newborn baby kind of look. This one I feel like it has a shimmer to it, so it gives you like a highlighted look, but it's not as like actually dewy and like a creamy product. I feel like it sets down a little bit more. Actually, I always use this for my highlight, the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, but I usually like to put on before my blush and bronzer because I feel like it kind of takes off the product. But I'm gonna just put it on, and then if I need to touch up my blush I will, but I do feel like it kind of takes off my blush. I don't really use powder highlights anymore. I feel like I like this look of just like my skin is glowing and not as much like have on highlighter. I feel like the powder ones kind of look a little bit more like I have on highlighter. Like you can see the shimmer on my face, you can see the metallic look on my face, and I used to love that look, but I just feel like using these creams where I just feel like it all looks like one, you know, like you can't really see the blush, the bronzer, and the highlight. Like it's a lot more uniform, I guess I should say. So for lips, the lip liners that I've been talking about forever are the KKW Nude number 1 and number 2, and I love them, don't get me wrong, like I still absolutely love them, and I think those were like the first lip liners that made me, it was like the first time I feel like in my life truly like my perfect nude lip, you know what I mean? I don't like using pricey makeup unless it's truly worth it. When it comes to something like a foundation or a concealer that's a little bit more expensive, sometimes I do think it's worth it, but to me, like a lip liner, like I can get a good lip liner from affordable brands too, you know? I mean, you can with concealer and foundation too, you know what I mean? But the Kosas concealer or the Kosas powder, like I've never tried a drugstore powder or concealer that was like that, but like lip liner, just like lip liner, you know what I mean? So I actually saw this one on TikTok, decided to try it, and I really, really like it. This one's from NYX and it's called Nude Truffle. Saw my last video or, you know, watch my TikTok. I posted my nude lip routine on TikTok and Instagram a million times. I would mix together nude number 1 and nude number 2 from KKW. With this is kind of like the same tone, but I feel like it's already like in between those two colors. And what I was noticing with KKW nude number 1 is it was a little bit too like pinky peachy. Nude number 2 was more brown, but it was like too dark, so I needed to mix in number 1, but I didn't like the tone of number 1. So I feel like this has got the right tone, but it's just not as dark. Like I notice now I really like the more brown. So I do overline my lips a little bit and I try to like blend it in a little bit so it's not like a harsh line. And then I take the Tatcha lip mask. I actually am looking into just getting like a clear gloss or something that has like an applicator on a doe foot, because I just like the clear. I just like how it looks super natural. As if I'm going for natural right now. I just don't like lipstick. I've never been a lipstick person ever in my life. Like I've always tried to because I was really into makeup, but something about lipstick, I just don't like it. Now we're going to just go over to my bathroom and I'll show you what I do for my hair and my outfit and stuff. Okay, lighting is still terrible because I'm just in my bathroom with just my bathroom lights and it's seriously dark outside. Like it's almost nighttime and it's 3:30 right now, so welcome to Michigan life, you know what I mean? So I actually like should wash my hair. I probably would today if I wasn't going out, and I didn't want to last night because I didn't want to spend a ton of time like doing my hair for this dinner. If you want to know how I curl my hair, I recently just posted a really in-depth tutorial on how I do it. I went to work earlier today. I just had a couple clients, so I have a fuzz in my hair. And all I did was take my straightener like right around these hairs around my face to like make them lay nice again, and that's all I did. I curled my hair, today's Thursday. Today's Thursday. I curled my hair on Monday, okay? And I haven't touched it with a curler since. Since I'm like going out with the girls tonight, I'm gonna do a little bit extra than I normally would to touch up my hair. I kind of want it to look like it was freshly done, even though it's not. So I did spray some dry shampoo in it this morning. So what I'm actually going to do is I have this like root lifter spray, and I'm going to spray it, and I am going to take my Revlon brush and just go around my part around the top of my head and around my bangs and kind of like give them some fluff and some life again. I'm obviously going to turn the camera off for this because it's loud and annoying, and I'm just going to, yeah, like round brush literally just like the top of my head and like my front hairs, and that's it. Okay, I've just done that, and maybe you can kind of tell how it just gives a little bit of like life back to my roots. So for where my hair is at right now, like I feel like from here down, I'm totally happy with that. So I'm just gonna go in with my curler and just touch up like my bangs. Of course, I just made it worse like with the blow dryer. And I'm just going to touch up like these top pieces. Sometimes like these ones that are like way in the back of my head that kind of stick out when I have my hair pulled forward, I'll also touch those up. Okay, so I just left my hair to kind of cool for a minute. And while I did that, I basically just stalked Julia Havens really hard because she's like style inspo, my house inspo, like everything that she does, I do basically. So whenever I'm like, I don't know what to wear tonight, like I go to her Instagram and I try to get some inspiration. So now I'm going to load up my hair with texturizing spray, and I'm gonna go pretty hard because I feel like the way that I curl my hair, like if you've seen my curling tutorial, I curl it all the same way, so it tends to kind of over time kind of like fall together. I always like lift up my hair and shoot up into it because, oh geez, I feel like that helps to separate it a lot better. Like, are you faking getting me? Like, yes. I'm gonna pick out an outfit. I kind of think I'm gonna try to wear something with a blazer because Julia Havens does that a lot. And I bought some blazers because of her, but I never have really worn them because I don't really like, obviously, like go anywhere and do anything. As I said, you know, if you didn't already know, I live in Michigan and COVID vibes are very much a thing here. So we just can't really go out and do anything. Okay, trying to show you guys my outfit. I had a hard time with my outfit, okay? But to be honest, I don't feel the most confident in it. It's like a little bit outside my comfort zone. I literally like never wear blazers. Julia Havens, my fashion inspo, and she wears blazers a lot. And I feel like when she does, she wears like crop tops, but like pretty short crop tops with it. And it, like, I like it. It makes sense because this is like so big and oversized that it makes you feel a little bit more feminine to have like something underneath it. Tank top is from Abercrombie. It's just like a regular tank top. I just like tucked it up into my bra. This blazer is from Abercrombie as well. I got it a really long time ago. I got it on sale and I got it in an extra large. So I don't know if they would like have it anymore because it was like on the sale rack. Show you guys my bottom half and not my head. So these jeans are from H&M, surprisingly. They are not stretchy in the slightest, but I love them because they have like the little slit on the side. And so I'm just wearing these black like booties. I think I got them from DSW, so I don't remember what brand they are. Don't feel the most confident in this right now because I'm a bit bloated and I know I'm gonna be sitting down at dinner and these jeans don't stretch. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be like with only girls. And so I'm like, I don't care, you know, I think it's cute. So if there's gonna be a time I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone with this kind of stuff, it's gonna be when I'm just like with girls, you know? So for my bag, I really wanted to take this one. It's like this little kind of like Gucci wannabe. I got it at Akira and I got it forever ago, but I tried to wear a black, I don't know, I'm kind of torn now because now I'm kind of thinking I might go back to the black. I had a black tank top on and I didn't like it, and then I went to this white one and I liked the way that it looked better, but I kind of think I might put black on because then I feel like I got to carry this black bag because I have these black boots, but I just feel like they don't go because I have white and nude and then denim and then black. I feel like it's a lot. I'm not struggling with my outfit today. Okay, ignore the mess in my office, but I think this is better, like with the shoes. See, like now I feel like I can rock the yellow bag. Yeah, I'm going yellow with the bag. Final look. Again, I just took like a normal tank top and just tucked it all up under into my bra. I think the bag's not so bad. Be the first to admit, it's not my best outfit, but we're trying different things, okay? And I was just like a little bit torn because it's like really cold. It's like 50 outside right now. So if it was warmer, then I probably would wear like a dress and like, or like a tank top or something. But because it's so cold, I was like a little bit torn. So we're just gonna rock it, do something different. And that's it for this video. I'm sure it was really long, but I just had, you know, a lot of things to explain. I had a lot of fun getting ready, excited to be doing things. Yay. Okay, that's it for me today. I will see you guys in my next video.